Greetings and salutations. Welcome to another episode of Chatbout Podcast with me, your host, WG Deso, aka Captain Positive. And today, I want to tell you about Joyfull Youths Foundation. Not going away. This is Chatbout Podcast. Join me in making positivity the new disease. Today's episode is brought to you by the Joyfull Youths Foundation. Welcome. As you know, I not only do this podcast, I have a charitable foundation, Joyfull Youths Foundation, that I have been a part of for the past 6 years, right? Where we give back to schools in Jamaica. And me I telling you something, it has been a most fulfilling 6 years. You know what I mean? Because growing up, we've always been taught to take. You know what I mean? But I've found out in recent times that there's power in giving. Especially if you give from a good place. Especially if you give from a loving place. Especially if you give without no wish, want, or desire to get back. Because a lot of persons give with intention to get back. And then some people give with in the back of their mind open, say them are going to get back. But it is always best to give because giving is right at the time. And me know, it's not everybody in the position to give something physically. Somehow we can give for time, you know what I mean? We can go give for efforts. We can give in several ways, you know what I mean? But all me I say is if you think that giving back to your community, giving back to your basic school, your primary school, your high school, you know, giving back to your church, whatever it is or wherever it is that you have been touched or impressed upon to give back, go ahead, man, because trust me, however hard your situation is, however rough, tough, turbulent your time is, somebody somewhere is going through harder, tougher, and more turbulent times. So if you can spend 10 minutes and listening to somebody, that is giving back. That is charitable. You know what I mean? If you can spend 5 minutes and talking to a young girl, you know what I mean? For example, there might be a young girl in a community that look up to you, miss, and you might not even know it. You know what I mean? And if you can share 5 minutes of inspiration with our young man, you can go back to your primary school, inspire the kids, whatever it is that you can do to uplift, give back, you know what I mean? Bring light, brighten somebody's day, brighten your community's day. Somehow we wait till Labor Day if you paid some whitewash on the street side, you know, sweep up and clean up and... No, man. Make the community rebuilding effort, make the charitable effort, make the giving back effort be a year-round thing. And again, like me say, you know, I feel I give back things physically. Because I know everybody have things to give back. But some of us have information to give back. Some of us have time to give back. And some of us have creative skills we can give back. You know what I mean? Some of we naturally can paint murals on the community center wall. You know what I mean? Some of we are natural electricians. We can go over the school today and, you know what I mean, cut 2 wire, replace 2 light. Some of we can paint. You know, just as long as it come from a good, natural, loving, kind space, do it, man. You know what I mean? We need it, you know. What I've found to be one of our shortcomings is the lack of wanting to return and help bring forward. You know what I mean? As opposed to just, Lord, me used to go to school, look how it mash up, look how it pop down, you know, look how it, the bush them overgrown, look how it place one paint, look how the fence them all, and you know, we keep highlighting what is wrong with where we are from as opposed to wanting to go back there and say, yeah, you go on. Me can't paint the old school, but me can buy a gallon of paint and then me can say to my friends them or my co-workers, say, you go on. Me used to go to school, yeah, me go buy a gallon of paint. Who want help me up and make up and buy a 5 gallon of paint? Or, guess what? Me go buy the paint, but me go need somebody to come help me paint. Where you say, someone can come in today and paint them. You know what I mean? Things like that. Because, let me tell you something. You never know how much the recipients need or going to receive your acts of kindness. You never know how it will impact them. You never know how it will uplift them. You never know how it might springboard them into knowing that, okay, so this can happen for us. That means that if we upkeep the place, if we start care for the place, if we start doing better in our community, if we can inspire the young ones in our community by doing these things, then everybody will start take steps now to make sure that the community is held at a higher standard, because everybody in it now knows that we not only love ourselves but we love our community. So we start representing ourselves well, we start representing the community well, and then now hopefully that can spread from our community to the surrounding communities, because our next thing we in our community can start it here, and then we can go over to the next community, go help them uplift for them community. You know what I mean? And then so on and so forth and so on and then next thing it spread like wildfire. You know what I mean? Because if we think that is a bad thing, just remember the quote. I'm going to save it to the end. I'm not going to go on it yet. But always remember this. Being kind is not a bad thing. Somehow we've been burnt in the past from being kind. Some of us have given charitably and people seem ungrateful at the time. People took advantage of our kindness. People for example, you might give somebody something who said they needed it at the time, and then you find out they never need it when you could have actually go give somebody else who didn't need it. And then because of that instance, we decide say we're done with the charitable thing and we're not give no more. And some of us have given organizations who say them charitable, and we find out so them have misuse the money and them now use the money to do this thing with them say them, and some, you know what I mean? So many areas and situations where you've been burnt while being charitable. But me personally not think if you give up, because guess what now? Do your research, especially if you're going to spend your money. Do your research, make sure that the institute or the place that you're giving your money to is doing what they say they are going to do. Make sure they have done it before, and make sure they will continue to do so. I myself, I have a charitable foundation that I give to outside of my foundation, that is called KNM, that they provide toiletries to homeless people in America. You know what I mean? And they do it twice per year. They do it in June and in December. You know what I mean? And I have given to them for the past 2 or 3 years. And I feel so good to know that somebody out there is benefiting not only from what I have done, but from what the founder is continuing to do. Because like me say, homeless people, them not have no means to get nothing. And she provide for them toothbrush, toothpaste, roll-on, jackets, shirts, pants, socks, things that we take for granted. Yeah. And as you know, Joyfull Youths Foundation, we provide back-to-school supplies to schools in the rural area, schools in the corporate area in Kingston, and many other, and just basic schools and primary schools, you know what I mean? And it is such a good thing to know that our efforts are not going unnoticed, because this past year, we were given 2 beautiful plaques of appreciation. These items were not expected, but because we've been consistent, we've been honest, we've been true, and we've been doing what we've been doing from a kind, loving, true place, our works have not gone unnoticed. And we were presented with these beautiful, beautiful plaques from 2 schools, St. Michael's Primary and the New Testament Baptist Assembly School. See? And we have done what we've done, and we will continue to do what we're doing, not because of these plaques, but because we love what we do. These are just tokens of appreciation of what we've been doing. We did not expect these. These were a surprise to us on both schools being visited. Nobody warned us, nobody told us, and we expected this would not have changed if we knew or didn't know we were going to get them, because we are going to continue to do what we do, but we are happy to know that our good and consistent effort are being recognized, you know what I mean? And even if we weren't given these things, the hugs, the smiles, the thank yous, and the appreciation from the parents, the staff members, and the kids especially are the driving forces behind what we are doing. seeing a kid run up, take that bag, take that book, take those utensils, and walk away happy, hugging those utensils, hugging that bag, smiling, and giving you a hug. Some of them so tiny, them can't even hug you past your knee. You know what I mean? That is why we do it. We do it knowing that September morning, they will be better prepared than they were if we weren't around. And I want to say thank you to everybody who have been a part of the Joyfull Youths Foundation, everybody who has donated, everybody who has given, and everybody who has taken time out, not only to give money or supplies, but to come with us and help us to issue out these things at the different schools that we go to. Thank you, thank you, thank you. These plaques are not just for us at the Joyfull Youths Foundation. These plaques are for you as well, for our sponsors, for our time givers, for everybody who is a part of the Joyfull Youths Foundation. And now you can go at the joyfullyouthsfoundation.org if you want to be a part of this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful foundation. Joyfullyouthsfoundation.org. You can see what we've been doing, and you can participate, you can contribute, and you can help us empower these kids. You can help us to make a change. You can help us to be the change. You can help us to help them. And the quote of the day goes, charity starts at home. Joyfull Youths Foundation, Captain Positive, Double G Deso. Good. Hello everyone, it's that time of year again when the Joyfull Youths Foundation presents Bags to the Future 2025. We invite those who are our return sponsors, and we welcome those who are willing to give for us to provide back to school supplies for the year 2025 September for those students in need here in Jamaica. I want to say thank you and welcome, and we look forward to your continued and renewed support. We say thanks for the kids for the year 2025 and beyond. Thank you all.